Completely on her own, Sarah spends her time at home waiting for the approaching birth of her child, but one night a stranger breaks into her home, ready to snatch her still unborn baby from her. I'm kind of excited for this film. So, it doesn't have good ratings at all by any means. It's got some pretty bad ratings, but I still think that I might like this film. And my reasoning for that is I enjoyed the original French film, but it was very gory, very bloody. And this film, I've heard it's a lot less violent. I might enjoy it like that, even if it's not as violent. And I think that if they keep the suspense, if they have some really good suspense, this film could honestly be enjoyable to me. It doesn't have good ratings, but I'm gonna give it a shot. I'll tell you what I think. I have my Pip Extra, necessity. I need some soda. I'm excited for this movie. I have a feeling I might hate it, but I might honestly be on the unpopular side and like it. I'm gonna try to go in hoping that it's good, and I'll tell you what I think. Okay, I finished the film, and I have some interesting thoughts, and I might have an unpopular opinion on this film. So first things first, I do need to get this out of the way. I do feel like there were a lot of plot holes or parts that at least I was confused. I couldn't tell if it was just me not understanding some things or if it was genuine plot holes. But I thought the suspense of this film was pretty good. There were genuinely some intense parts. And the movie was quite a lot different than the other film. And I kind of think I prefer how this film, like how the route it chose. There were a couple parts that I feel were just questionable decisions that the characters made that didn't make sense to me. But maybe that was just me again. It was a lot less gory than the other film, but it still had some like bloody-ish scenes. I wouldn't say that they were that bloody, but I would say there were a couple parts that did make me squirm a bit. But don't go in thinking it's gonna be nearly as gory as the other film. I'm honestly stuck between a 3.5 and a 4. I want to give it a 4 because I did enjoy it, but because of some like plot holes or questionable things, I kind of am leaning towards a 3.5. So yeah, those are my thoughts for spoiler free. Now let's get into spoiler because I have quite a lot to get more in depth with. There was a scene where towards the beginning where the light isn't working when the lady goes to turn the light on and it doesn't work, and I'm kind of confused. It didn't make sense to me. Like maybe there was a way the lady was able to turn the light off. I don't know if that implies anything or if it's just a plot hole. I'm a little confused. If you've seen the film, please make a comment. Let me know because I didn't understand that. The part towards the end where she is trying to run away and she goes into that home that I don't think it's fully built or something like that. That idea, it didn't make sense to me. I think she saw people in that building before, but I wouldn't think that they would be there. If I were her, I just wouldn't have done that, and I feel like that might have been kind of a dumb decision. But I think it might have just been a way to get to the big reveal, a way that we were able to see the big reveal, which was kind of disturbing, honestly. I do prefer this ending more than the other film. I'm kind of glad it had a happier ending because the other one's ending is maybe a little too messed up for me or something like that. So I did kind of like how I like how they changed parts of this film. I like how it wasn't exactly the same as the other film. There were definitely some differences, and I appreciate that. So yeah, the plot holes are going to probably lower the rating for me. I'm a little confused if there were plot holes or if I just didn't fully understand some of these things that was going on. Like her having hearing aids. I was a little confused about how those were utilized. I feel like it could have been utilized better. I was confused if she could hear or not in some scenes. Some scenes it seemed like she could hear what was going on, but other scenes it felt like she couldn't. And so I was confused about the hearing aid part. So I'm just kind of stuck between a 3.5 or a 4. I did prefer this film more. I prefer the ending, I think, but it might not be as well made, so I almost feel like I prefer it more, but at the same time I don't. So I'm kind of stuck between which one I like more, I think. So I'm gonna give this either a 3.5 or a 4. I'm probably gonna give it a 3.5. That just feels about right to me, but who knows? I might change it. Okay, so those are my thoughts.